Boy, I love it when civilians and civilian companies throw their 2 cents in and tell us military members how the military should be and what we need to do to change it to make it better. And Fluence.co, a social media site that is putting a new spin on feminism, decided to throw their hat in the ring today. Is that sexist? Are hats sexist? Well, pants are. You'll figure it out soon. Fucking pants are sexist. Fucking pants! Well, ladies, as a firm believer in equality, allow me to treat you like one of the guys.
Happy Veterans Day. In honor of Veterans Day, I just wanted to hop on and talk about something that affects our female veterans that I don't see other accounts ever talk about.
Well, now that could be because the issues you're about to bring up are nonsensical non-issues, but we'll get there soon. I'm fucking salivating.
And no, it's not the pay gap, and it's not women advancing in the military, it's not women in sexual assault in the military, anything like that.
There's no pay gap in the military. Everybody gets paid the same. It's based on how many years you've been in and what rank you are. Put those two together and there's your pay scale. Now maybe females not getting promoted to positions as much as males, well, maybe that's something to look at, but the pay gap is not a fucking thing in the military. There's no overtime. It's just straight salary for everybody. Who the fuck are you talking to? Inform me of how it's more difficult, possibly in maybe combat MOSs, for females to get promoted over their male counterparts when they're equal on paper. But don't just say it though. I want to know about it. Sexual harassment in the military is probably the fucking. Is it higher than you getting promoted or is it less? Jesus, I mean, that just depends on which female you're talking to. I mean, for God's sakes, how many more PowerPoints do I have to sit through because some fucking military personnel want to force fuck somebody while they're unconscious or share revenge porn? Fucking stop it, you idiots. You ruin it for the rest of us.
It's an issue that can potentially cost women their lives just by poor planning.
Potentially? What do you mean potentially? We've been at war since 2001. Afghanistan, Iraq, shit, we got people in the Horn of Africa. If it was potentially gonna happen, it'd have fucking happened by now.
And there's a huge lack of planning for these women's safety.
Oh, time out. I'm calling a timeout here. I'm going to call bullshit on that. Anybody that's done any sort of military planning, whether it's stateside or it's missions overseas, knows that there is a safety index. It's fucking paramount. Everybody knows that it goes into planning. Safety goes into planning so much so that it almost ruins all the plans.
So I'm hopping on making a few minute video to talk about women and military equipment and how that's life-threatening. Now, military equipment as a whole is just default assigned for the male body.
Male is the default. Tell me exactly what is default that is military equipment. An M1 Abrams tank is specifically for the male body. A Humvee specifically made for the male body. Paternity clothing is specifically made for the male body. The rifle's made for the male body. It must be. Can anybody show me all the dick-shaped objects that are just weighing down on the female military members right now? Oh God, the helmet is penis shaped. Ah! I'm genuinely thinking, what is specifically made for the male body? Shit, it's not even made for the male body. It's just a body. It's just like the most anamorphic blob. Even dudes don't fit in the shit that we get.
And in a lot of instances, this is life-threatening.
Life-threatening? Well, holy shit. Let's get on this. Let's save some lives, people.
Not having a differentiation for women is life-threatening. Example 1. In the Air Force, there's something called a tactile awareness, situational awareness system. And it's this vest that has 32 vibrating sensors.
Oh, you lost me there. How is a full body vibrator designed for a man? A full body vibrator just sounds like it's made for her pleasure. I mean, aren't vibrators made for, and never mind, okay, continue, go on.
And when pilots are in the air and they're spiraling, can't tell which way is up and which way is down, and they don't know they're headed straight towards the ground, this vest will vibrate in different areas to let them know where they are and how they need to correct the plane. This vest is designed to only work on male bodies. It works on a hairy male chest which most women do not have, and a chest that is bony without fat. Well, boobs are fat, they're made of fat, and basically this vest is rendered useless for the female pilots.
Forgive me for being crude, but what you're telling me is that a sophisticated piece of military equipment used to assist pilots in getting out of some sort of free fall or tumbling uncontrollably is rendered useless because bitches can't feel they titties jiggle. To follow your logic train, boobs are fat, and fat can't feel. Well, your brain is mainly made out of fat, so that must mean you can't think. If boobies can't feel, then why am I sucking on titties? Huh? Ladies? Huh? Is this some sort of sick joke? The guy who invented nipple clamps must be devastated. What a sham that is. Boobs can't feel anything. If that was true, every hood rat and hillbilly that shoves their phone in their bra against their titty would miss a lot of calls. I can see it now. Hey there, Ma. Ain't you gonna answer that phone? Daddy's supposed to be calling from state prison. Why don't you shut up, clam? 1, he ain't your daddy. And 2, my titties is made of fat. So you know I can't feel my titties jiggle. Who put these ideas in your head? Who did you talk to in the military that these were real problems?
Number 2, bulletproof vests come as male default. They come in one size fits all, and what that means is male defaulted.
I thought one size fits all meant one size fits all. But if I'm not mistaken, pretty sure that all of our vests come in different sizes so you can pair them up with whatever body type you might be. Oh, it's like she's never heard of small, medium, large, extra large before. Just one giant guy with a tiny ass little plate like this and one 5 foot tall female with a plate that's just as big as her fucking upper torso. One size fits all!
It means it's not designed for women with boobs. When women wear them, it presses down their chest and can cause long-term harm to their chest, but also it leaves their body exposed.
Ooh, it's those pesky titties again! Damn it, ladies! First it's breast cancer, now it's this? You got ticking time bombs on your chest! You don't even need a suicide vest! Wait, is that vest one size fits all?
So for example, if I have a vest that's built for men, and it's expected to lie flat on my chest, which it will not, it will puff up so this whole area of my chest is exposed, like half. Well, if a bullet comes towards my chest from any angle over here, it's going to hit my heart.
You're talking about if you came at an angle right where you're at and shot me right here, that because you had boobs, this would be ineffective? No. This is a quick and easy cutout that just covers the vitals. It doesn't mean that it's gonna cover everything. It's just cheap and easy to mass produce so that everybody can get some protection. What do you expect? Every woman in the military to get some sort of Wonder Woman bustier that pushes her tits up under her chin? Because none of the men out there are getting Batman, super hot George Clooney nippled body armor that we can wear.
You're expected to march at the exact same pace, at the exact same stride. So that's 30 inches. The average male stride is 30 inches, and that is the pace which the Army marches at. And for women, their average stride is 28 inches. And it turns out when you march like that for hours on end, it actually causes your pelvis to crack, because they're walking at a pace that's not conducive for their bodies.
Your ignorance is showing. Who's marching for hours at end like that? You're mixing two types of marching there, crazy lady. One, you've got our normal quick step march where we're in that perfect rectangle, walking along, singing cadence with a 30-inch step. We're not wearing gear. And if we do decide to put on gear and march like that, it's only for like an eighth of a mile. Usually not even that far before you get to a tank trail, and then it's route step. And if you don't know what route step is, because I'm assuming you don't, it means walk at your own fucking stride, but you need to keep up with the pace. And how is this a thing that only affects women? You know that the other 82% of the Army is male, and that there might be a significant number of men that are under 5'9" that might be struggle bussing it with their short legs trying to keep up with that 30-inch step. By the way, depending on the job that you choose in the military, you may not even have to do that shit at all or that often. That is a choice. That is an individual choice, which I am happy with. Should a female choose to go down that route? But to sit here and be like, women have it rough. You chose the fucking job. They knew what they were getting into. How about we just understand that it's gonna fucking suck, because that's the military in general, not just for men or women.
And it doesn't just end there. When you add weight on these packs that are designed to be put on your back, women's strides actually shorten. They shorten by a few inches to compensate. Men's strides do not shorten. We don't design packs that would carry women's weight in their hips. They do exist in the private sphere for things like hiking. They do not exist for standard issue for women in the military.
Oh no. You're an idiot. Come over here, hon. This is a rucksack from back in the day. And if you'll notice, this is a lower back pad and a strap that goes around your waist, so that you can disperse some of this weight directly onto your hips instead of it all being on your shoulders. Because although you think that men are indestructible and it won't affect us, our shoulders and lower back get fucked up, and we understand that distributing that weight is a big deal. The newer ones are 10 times better than this, with a bigger pad, a plastic frame that wraps around your body, larger pads. You don't know what you're talking about. Oh wait, I just solved one of the issues. I solved one. Solved one, guys. Yeah, angry cops. Woo!
Next example, shoes.
Boots. Boots? You know you can get different sizes in boots, right?
They get the same boots that men get in a smaller size, but it doesn't actually meet their needs.
You know you could buy an insole for your fucking boot, right? You realize that once you get out of basic training, you get a clothing allowance that allows you to go and buy whatever pair of boots your doctor or podiatrist says you should get, because you've got fallen arches or flat feet or high arches. Once again, problem solved. What do you think? This is 1960s Russia? One boot for all, one size. Shove newspaper inside in case boot too big. Cut off toe in case boot too small.
And lastly, one that's really important is pants.
You think pants are life-threatening?
I think in a lot of cases this is incredibly life-threatening, maybe more than some of the others.
Oh, geez, okay, go on.
Until about a decade ago, there wasn't even a version of women's pants offered anywhere in the military.
What the fuck are women's pants? We got less room in the crotch because you don't have as much going on down there?
Mr. Bergen, you have a massive erection.
I'm sorry, it's the pleats. It's actually an optical illusion. It's the pattern on the pants. It's not flattering in the crotchal region. I'm actually taking them back right now. Taking them back to the pants store.
Not to shit on women here, but your pant sizes are absolutely ridiculous, and each company has their own. Oh, I'm a 10 here, but I'm a 14 there. We use inches, all right, inseam waist. That's how we do things. Why don't you catch on to our game? Not to brag, but I feel as though our measuring system for pants is a little bit better than yours. How much glue has this woman been huffing?
And so women in dangerous combat situations could not just use that little front zipper. They had to completely undress their pants.
You've never seen a pair of military pants before, have you? Because I can tell you right now, going through 3 separate uniform classes, BDUs, ACUs, and now the OCPs, we have never had a fly that is a zipper. It's always been buttons. So check your tone. And by the way, I think men are a little more prone to zippers causing a little bit of an issue than ladies. I mean, loose lips sink ships, but zip up the dong and everything's wrong.
So for women to go to the bathroom, they can't just unzip the front. They have to get completely undressed and be exposed to the elements. I don't know about you, but I don't want to completely undress in Afghanistan so that I can go to the bathroom. It puts women in an extremely vulnerable situation.
1. If men have to take a shit, we have to take our pants off too, hon. We don't just jam a Gerber in the crotch of our pants, rip it up, and then just bend over and let it spew out like some chihuahua with horrible diarrhea. Is she not aware that men have assholes? Or does she think that we're all just assholes? Now, I agree with you that can be dangerous out on a patrol in a combat area. But, once again, there are some things that you can purchase to assist you in not having to do that. One of them, if I remember correctly, was a shiwi. Looked like an oxygen mask that you just put on your yoo-hoo, ladies, and it had a little funnel and a spout sticking out so you could just stand there and piss like a dude. I always thought those were cool. Now, I have no issue with women get issued a separate form of like combat pants that have, I don't know, some sort of butt flap on it like a pair of long johns. Sure, that's totally fine. But don't sit here and act like this is some life-threatening issue. The only thing it's threatening is a possible urinary tract infection, which does suck, but it can be cured with fucking cranberry juice, for Christ's sake. If you don't want to wear pants, then go wear some sort of combat kilt with the Scots. Pants? Pants!
I haven't even covered like where the women in these armed forces place their weapons and how they can't carry things across their chest for a long time.
That's it. That's it. They can't hold their weapon. They can't hold their weapon. What do you want us to do? Take their guns away and just give them little fucking pistols? How about water guns? Maybe water would be lighter and it'd be easier on them. Oh my God. Lady, I don't think you're giving women an ounce of the credit that you should be giving them. In fact, I think you're painting a horrible picture of what you believe women in the military are. Because let me tell you right now, there are some bad bitches in the military service, regardless of branch, that will throw down, and I would gladly go overseas with in a heartbeat. And you are making it seem as though these poor women are so fragile and broken that pants are gonna fucking kill them. Fucking pants. They can't carry a weapon. Oh my Lord! Now before you start saying, angry cops, he's a sexist, what a misogynistic, pig-headed, hold your fucking horses. Because I asked my sister, an Army NCO back in the day, what she thought of this video. And I quote, okay, I watched it and I'm gonna rewatch it now to make sure I hit everything she brings up. Some of it I can see, maybe, but most of it is trash. For the bulletproof vest, I can see big-breasted ladies pushing it forward, exposing some side boob. That's definitely plausible. However, I'm average size, so I had no problem. Marching stride. There are short dudes in the Army, though, so who cares? I'm not gonna ask the Army to change something for me because I'm female when there are male soldiers with my same height and stride. That's just embarrassing. All in all, sometimes life is inconvenient. As a soldier, you have to deal with a lot of inconveniences no matter what's between your legs. I would say make improvements where you can, but stop trying to create a movement about every little inconvenience and cry female negligence every single time something irritates you. I hope that helped. Honestly, the abuses that the lady in the video quoted at the very beginning of her video are way more dangerous to females in the military than anything she mentioned. And to compare them is actually kind of ludicrous. Tell me how a Humvee is default for a man. Tell me how, I don't know, my dog Squeaky Toy in the background is for a man. Maternity outfits are made for men. Paternity? Maternity? Maternity, right? Ah, shit. Fuck, is it maternity clothing? Paternity. Maternity. Maternity, right? Oh, Jesus. I don't know anything about maternity. Yeah.